Hello, I'm Benny Westside, and today I want to talk about a different topic than I usually do, and it's going to be the next tier of ISO-8, which would presumably be purple tier. This is in no way a confirmation or anything. I know nothing. I don't even know if it's coming. It would make sense to provide a new tier of ISO-8, and I'm just here making a wish list of what could happen and what I would like to see these ISO classes evolve into. To start off, I want to say I think across the board, I would like a focus boost, 30% boost for skirmishers, 80% for the other classes. Once you get to purple ISO, I don't think focus should be an issue. Swapping classes to be able to land stuff, I think needs to end. Characters should function the way they're best functioning, and I think having to force characters into skirmisher hurts that. So, if a character has been built up enough that they get to purple ISO, I don't think focus and resistance should be an issue for them anymore. That's my take on it. So that's what I would do. Everybody would have a total of 80% focus, and skirmisher would just be focused on the vulnerables and the bleeds. Okay, with that, let's start with one of my favorites, Fortifier. What I would like to see from Fortifier is right now, if a character has barrier and they get hit, they have drain. Sorry, if a character has barrier and they hit somebody, they have drain. What I would like to see is adding counter chance to this. So if they are hit with barrier, then they counter, or there's a chance to counter, and within the 5 tiers that can maybe go up to 100% or 70%, whatever it is. But I would like to see a counter chance to this. I think this would make things interesting. It might take off some of the load from strikers because a lot of characters who have good striker attacks, um, we, well, we or good safety attacks, we put on striker to take more advantage of that. But if we give characters innate counter chance, I think we might be able to shift some of that over here, where slower characters can just do that on when they get hit. They counter and they even drain for a bit of that. I would maybe like to see, an increase to max barrier, an increase to drain. Those are secondary things, but new functionality, I would love to see a counter chance for fortifiers. All right. Looking at healer, which is a character I actually don't have. I don't have any healers at blue 5, so I'm just gonna look at a blue 3. Healer has been, it was really good for uh, the green tiers uh, up to blue 3, but it's starting to get um, not as exciting. Of course, it increases healing, it can apply regeneration. I think what I want healer to do is start clearing vulnerables from allies. Uh, I think that would make it an interesting ISO class, and it would provide a lot of function for a team. Increases to healing or regens, or um, other uh, improvements on the existing functions. Sure. The new function I would like to see is uh, clearing vulnerables. All right. Looking at raiders. Do I have a raider 5? I do here. It's funny that I pulled up Castro. I was actually gonna say I would like to see raiders apply defense down or minor defense down, or maybe it starts with minor and um, it goes up to full defense downs throughout tiers. I would like to see them apply defense down on crit. That way, if their bonus attack procs, On any active ability hit, even if they don't crit, they have a 40% chance to bonus attack. That way, if that attack procs, that can hit into defense downs. That's what I want to see from Raiders. I think it would increase their damage potential, and it would add some debuffs and control possibilities. So I think that would be interesting. All right, that was Raider. Okay, now let's get to the Skirmisher Striker duo. Let's find the Skirmisher. Okay, Skirmisher. We're taking away the focus, right? So we gotta give some big stuff to them. So right now, um, if the enemy has um, a buff and vulnerable, they're going to flip that into bleeds. I like that. I would maybe make skirmishers also transfer all vulnerables from self to the enemy, and I would do that before the attack. That way, they're always hitting into vulnerable. So basically, when a skirmisher hits a character, they have, um, if there's a buff there, they're always going to flip two of them into bleed. And maybe that increases from 2 to 3 to 4, maybe, over the course of the purple. But I would like to see that vulnerable transfer, and it helps protect the character, and it provides a new functionality. They get 10% damage on assists. This, I think, as an existing functionality, this could increase. I could also see something where they get assist chance. So a character, just a skirmisher can get assist chance either on any ally's turn or maybe just on striker allies' turns. I think that would be interesting, and it would increase the potential for skirmisher beyond. Well, we use skirmisher on a lot of characters, but uh, we can create more assist combos, is what I'm meaning to say. But the main thing I want to see is the transfer of the vulnerable. Okay, finally, striker. So strikers bonus attack, and then they do a third bonus attack. This one is kind of one I'm not super certain about, but I think what I would want to see from strikers is maybe starting to hit adjacents, or like maybe after all of this is done, they apply bleed and then bleed to the adjacents as well, something like that. Just increasing their damage potential. Uh, it, it's tough. They already have a big bonus in them. Currently, probably Striker 5 is one of the best classes, so I don't know what additional functionality they can give. Uh, but I think adding bleeds would help. Like Robbie Reyes right now, his bleeds as a Striker 5 do so much damage. In in Arena, for example, sometimes because Robbie does 2 turns of bleed, Apocalypse will take his turn. He will do his ultimate. The first set of bleeds will take effect. He will do his ultimate. Then he gets empowered and turn meter, and he takes his second turn, and the second set of bleeds takes effect, and he just dies. He can't even use his empowered basic. That happens so often. Uh, it's because of the high damage stat that strikers have. I think taking advantage of this with added bleeds would help. Um, I know skirmishers also have bleed, but I think as characters with the high damage stat, this would um, help strikers a lot. And then spreading to adjacents could be interesting. Um, we usually look at strikers as single target hitters, but there's characters that are only single target hitters, and we could be able to expand them to do a little more. Like Winter Soldier, for example, only hits one character, and sometimes in raids it feels like he's very limited. And being able to expand that, if the enemy has two vulnerables, he, attacks adjacent for a small amount of damage or adds bleed. I think that might be interesting. Those are the things that I would like to see um, from Striker. But as I said, this is the one I'm um, kind of not certain on. There could be something interesting. That's why I would like you to let me know what you think, how you would expand Striker or any of the other classes. Um, and I think, yeah, with that, that's kind of the five classes and what I would wish to see in the next year. As I said earlier, I know nothing. There's no news at all, no confirmation at all that this is actually happening. It's just my assumption that it would logically happen and what I would like to see. I think the ISO system is an interesting way they've expanded kits, and I want to see the continuation of that. So let me know what you thought. Let me know what changes you would make. What do you think of my radical focus thing and evening out the focus boosts? Do you think that's crazy? Do you love Skirmisher being the focus class? For me, I've always resented it, honestly. So, yeah, let me know. I'd like to hear your comments. Thank you.